Okay, so that is. Oh, Nevis? Is it? Oh, no, it's Nevis.
Yeah, it's Nevis.
Okay, Nevis is going to try and stab Derek. Actually, wait a second. Nevis is dying. He's drunk. He's fighting a demon. He's gonna fucking leg it. So he disengages, like stepping away from you as you like waggle this cooking skewer in his face, and then runs out of the bar.
How is he disengaging?
He's
kind of stuck between him and Zeta.
Okay,
Yeah, but
once
Zeta
again,
is-
we just have this guy.
there is a gap between the two of them, otherwise he'd just be stabbing Zeta as well. And again, the grid is not accurate. You know what I mean? Literally, if I could disable the grid, I would. I just use it as a nice pictorial representation.
You should use the grid, mate.
I don't like using grids. I don't find them very interesting. But yeah, he can still disengage that way. And yeah, then
it's a great way to show everyone.
yeah, and then he sorry, this way, and then he legs it and just runs, like pushes through the crowd that have gathered around this fight, and runs out the door. Or runs to the door. You lose sight of him in the crowd.
Yeah, what is the crowd?
Zeta.
It's not like a crowd gathered around us, like
Yeah.
watching. It's literally just like fight,
Yeah, like-
fight.
There's so Derek, you get like a moment to actually like take stock of your surroundings, and you see this like silver-haired like half-elf woman just like clapping and jumping around like as if she's enjoying a show.
She absolutely loves me.
Yeah, and then like there's a bunch of sailors kind of looking a bit nervous and like trying to edge away, and like a bunch of other sailors go like, yeah. You can see one guy is like just walking around and he's just 2-1 on the group with the demon guy. Goes,
I wish I wasn't fighting right now. I might actually just disengage after this and start selling some food.
hot dog just appears like it's time. Okay, Zeta, yeah, you are still in combat with Daryl and Greg.
By the way, sorry, a quick question. With Bardic Inspiration, do they have to declare they're using it before they make their D20 roll?
They can roll the d20, but they
And
have
then-
to yell at me before I tell them whether it's a hit or a miss.
Right. Okay.
To say whether or not they use the
So
Bardic
they
Inspiration.
can use it after they rolled it, but before you tell them whether or not that's a hit or a miss.
Yes. So, so yeah, Zeta, you have your short sword in hand. You're in stance. You've got two baddies in front of you, both of whom do not look overly healthy. They're both scared and like
Go for the
clutching.
double
Well, one of
whammy
them's
again.
clutching like
Double whammy again.
like is wheezing out of his neck. The other one and like has a little knife. Actually, doesn't know anything. He's just wheezing because you karate chopped him in the neck. The other one is just timid.
It's Greg that's wheezing, isn't it?
Daryl is wheezing. Greg is just like shrinking away from you. Like he may have managed to dodge your last karate chop, but he doesn't look confident in his ability to do it again.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach forward and grab Greg by the shirt and get right up close and personal and try and attempt to impale him on the short sword.
Okay, give me a short stack. So 1d20 plus 6.
Zeta's just brutal. It would seem.
He's a pit fighter. He fights for the entertainment value. He's got
Yes, absolutely. There's no point of doing this otherwise.
Do you have like a witty one-liner?
I feel Zeta and Skoback are going to get on very well with all the flips.
Okay. A d6 plus 6. I presume this is pure, like, you're not going anyway for, like, to knock him out. You're, like, straight up.
No, I'm going for the kill.
Okay. A d6 plus 6, please. My flatmates
Wow, I need to get quicker
Nickelback
type.
lyrics to each other.
There you go.
Sorry, that should have been D.
What are they doing?
That's 4. Sending Nickelback lyrics to each other. It should be D6 plus 4, but as this guy is rubbish, you just step forward and stab him in the chest, so straight through his sternum and out the other side, and then yeah, just kind of slide him off. You can then make your punch onto Daryl as a bonus action.
As a bonus, I would actually like, because I'm not in combat with Daryl, am I?
They're both like around you trying to stab you repeatedly, so yeah, you're in melee with them. You've just kind of like blocked a bunch of attacks, caught a dough ball in your teeth, and then you like rise up from the dough ball and just lunge and just kill this dude instantly.
Okay, what I want
Full
to
of
do,
power.
what I want to do is before I step forward and attack Daryl is actually flick out one of my throwing knives and actually launch it at Roach. Because I'm not stepping out of combat to do that. I'm helping Gwen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think,
process
it's like-
I have a direct line of sight
Yeah.
looking at the map.
I'm just trying to think because there's rules on how all that kind of stuff works and like
Dexterity.
it's
It's a bonus
Okay.
action, like offhand attack.
yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
dual wielding.
The rules would state you would get your ability modifier for punching Daryl, but you don't get your ability modifier for throwing a dart because the rules
That's
are weird.
fine.
I think the rule of cool applies.
Yeah, I'd say the rule of cool can apply here. Like Daryl just chopped in the neck. You just stabbed his friend in front of him, and then you just like casually, while
Yeah,
staring
out
him in the
throwing
eye,
knife.
just throw this like small throwing knife like across the room. Yeah, so D20.
Ideally, between Roach's eyes. That's what we're aiming for here.
Not even a big crit.
Give me the roll. D20 plus 6. Because, yeah, Zeta is a superhuman. Has the same AC as the guy in Scale Mail.
Nice.
Who's-
Who needs bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you roll, I believe it's a D4 plus 4.
Sure, I like the darts.
Did the darts do as much as bloody knives?
D4 plus.
I'm pretty sure. Let me just check
Have
your.
I got darts or throwing knives here?
So they're technically darts. We can be flavored how you if you want them to be shuriken, needles, small throwing knives, whatever. I don't really mind.
Yeah, I just want them as small throwing knives.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
D4 plus 4?
4 plus 4. Yep.
Really high.
Hey, max damage.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Zeta steps forward, stabs this dude in the chest, like maintains eye contact with Daryl the entire time, and just throws this throwing knife across the room, zips across the table, like just like you hear it whistle past your ear, Gwaine, and then it straight in the middle of Roach's face, and he just collapses to the ground.
Well, there goes taking him alive.
Okay.
It's fine. We just need to kill Imch, and then we can just go and take his ship.
Okay. Greg is gone.
Are there any kind of intimidation rolls or like initiative tests to see if they're now that the captain's dead, what they do?
I mean, you can make an action to like. I guess it's not really an action, just to like say a few words to Daryl. So like, I mean, do you just is all you're doing to intimidate him? You're staring him down as you murder two of his friends.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah. So give me an intimidate roll. Actually,
gonna
no.
have to intimidate.
Your basically perform skill is based off of violence.
Yeah.
So if your perform is better than your intimidate, I'll let you use perform because that's your thing. Let's check your skills quickly. Your intimidation is nothing. Oh wait, it's
Yeah.
1. Why is it 1? Do you have 1 strength? I guess you have 1. One charisma. You have 1 charisma, and your perform is
Lots.
3. Okay, yeah. So roll perform.
So what am I rolling?
D20 plus 3.
It should be able to just do it from here. Yes. Okay. I just rolled for you. Sorry, but
Yeah.
you rolled a 21. So yeah, you just kind of like step up, stab this dude, throw this knife, and like his boss just collapses to the ground with this small silver like blade just sticking out the center of his face. And then you just kind of like tip the body of Greg over, and he slides off of the sword like a wet noise and collapses to the floor. And Daryl just straight up turns and runs at the crowd. Where like I think one of the sailors kind
Attack
of
of opportunity.
grabs him in a bear hug. Like just literally like as he runs over, like because he keeps looking at you, one of the sailors just punches him as he gets nearby, and the guy falls over and he just grabs him and like puts him in a headlock. Carl, the cabin boy, yeah, he's just gonna back away towards the bar, like drop the knife and put his hands in the air. He's not willing to die for this. Gwaine.
Again,
You're
for-
welcome, Gwaine.
I mean, you're up against Imch. Roach has just collapsed next to you. Imch is roaring in your face, having just like slugged you in the side with a metal bat. You're just gonna cut him down, or gonna try and knock him out, or
too nice for that. Now's your chance, Tim.
How about you run away?
I mean, you can just like you're allowed to in melee just kind of make the distinction between non-lethal damage, so you can just whack him in the like jaw with the butt of your sword or something.
No,
I like
don't
doing
wanna hit
non-lethal
him if I don't need to.
Okay. You're going to try and make the like blood raging half orc go down.
Don't die.
Like, so a thing about that you probably guys, if ever you've seen orcs fight, which A few of you probably have. At least Derek has because he comes from Gorgoth. It's
Like,
like
he has his chance to repent.
okay. What do you say?
To repent.
Tell me what you say.
Now's your chance, Imps. Put the club down and walk away, and we'll hold nothing against you.
He's gonna hit you with his massive metal dildo
Stop.
again, isn't he?
Okay. Cool. Right. So crew 3 has buggered off. He's in a headlock currently. Greg is
He has a name.
dead. Sorry, crew 3. What was? I forget what crew 3's name was.
Oh.
Daryl. That's it. Yeah. And Skovak. It is your move.
Cool.
You
yeah.
see.
Yeah,
you
I've got it. I jump back on the table with my crossbow drawn. With my crossbow in one hand, the rapier in the other. The rapier pointed towards Imps, and the crossbow pointed towards Cal the cabin boy. Just like, nobody move, and then turn to the crowd and like say, and go for these three glorious bastards of in my pocket. I have the warrant for the arrest of these vagabonds. I say in my pocket, I mean in that man's pocket.
in
He
Gwen's
says-
pocket.
In Gwen's pocket. If
Okay.
anyone who assists in their capture will be rewarded with a silver or two.
Okay.
I say anyone, like, as in, he says, basically say that
Silver or two.
towards the guy who's got the guy in a headlock. Whoever it was who has him in a headlock.
He kind of nods. It's like you can tell he's not really doing this because he wants money. He's doing it because he finds it funny to put scared people
Yeah.
in headlocks.
So yeah, I say all that and basically prepare attacks, ready attacks against either Imps or
Whichever
the,
one moves first
yeah.
gets shot / stabbed. Okay.
Yes.
Before like halfway through this speech, Derek, it's your move. Like one dude has fled in fear of your terrifying visage. Skovak is mounted at a table and is yelling behind you. Imp is like still kind of like panting as he's like bringing his bat back up. And Gwaine is doing that honourable thing that Gwaine insists on doing every now and again, where he's not cutting him down for reasons.
because
and yeah,
we
they
get
just
more money
glide
for it,
on
obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
I don't care
What
about
do-
the money.
What do you do, Derek?
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that
Just
last
you-
bit. Like literally just the last two sentences you said. What did you say?
Basically, so you've got the situation of like Gwaine is doing the honourable thing and like staring
Yeah.
down Imsh. Skovak is mounted the table and is in the middle of like talking about how we're totally not the bad guys. Zeta is standing there with like this sword that's like completely slick with blood up to like an inch from the crossguard. And just like doing his traditional like, "Are you not entertained?" pose, presumably. Or is Zeta more like refined than that?
More refined.
Okay.
I cast Tasha's hideous laughter on Imsh.
Okay.
There goes
So,
the giving him an opportunity to surrender.
Could you give me just if you click the like spell info or roll spell for Tash City's Laughter while I figure out, because I can't remember what kind of save it is and what kind of.
It's a will save, isn't it?
I don't remember.
Repeat saves made at the end of it.
If you just hit like roll spell or spell
Oh,
info,
sorry.
it should just roll it.
Which one? Roll spell or spell info?
Hit both. We'll see which one pops out. Roll the other one. DC 14 wisdom save. He has +0 wisdom, so /r space d20.
Yeah.
Imps
It's the bad that I was
collapses.
hoping he would pass that, so he would stay alive.
Do you make a horrific pun as you cast this spell?
Oh god. Oh, I really should have thought of a witty one-liner.
Looks like this fight is ogre.
You said orc.
It's close enough. It's close enough.
It's like just like he's kind of like glaring at Gwaine, like blood red fury in his eyes, and then just collapses, pissing himself in laughter, like just rolling on the floor. Like the bat like falls out of his hands and rolls under the table. And he's lost it. The fight has ended.
Wait, hold on. Does the fight have to end there? Can I still use my bonus action?
Yeah, sure.
I cast healing word on
Oh,
Gwaine,
Gwaine. Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Okay, so roll a d4 plus your charisma.
which is 4.
Oh, you
That's
should
right,
also
yeah.
be able to just roll healing word.
Oh, yeah, I can.
fuck.
7 HP
Nice.
healed. Brain pop back up to 8. Okay, cool. Yeah, so yeah, we can kind of end combat there. So yeah, Carl the cabin boy is okay, so actually, quickly, we need to address what do you guys do with Imsh? Like, this murderous half-orc is rolling around the floor, and you've got a minute before he stops doing it. Like,
Can anyone react?
oh yeah, I mean, like, you're kind of the furthest away from this, so
So
but if you act super
I
he's just on the floor, so you'd have to throw a dart through.
no. What I was
Table,
planning
if
on
you
doing,
could.
because I have my short sword drawn, I want to jump on the table and literally jump on top of him, driving my short sword, ideally through his head.
Obsessed with killing.
I mean, technically, it's his turn if in the combat. So
Yeah, we are still in combat, really,
Yeah.
aren't we?
just let me. Okay, so yeah, so he gets to make another save on his turn. But fails again.
The screen.
So yeah, crew 2 is gone. So yeah, Zeta just runs over the top, leaps over, and just dives down to stab this dude. I forget like.
So they get advantage on attack, and it automatically deals critical damage.
Prone incapacitated for duration. Is it that how the prone incapacitated?
Oh,
works?
if he was dead. That's why I assumed he was dead. Is he not dead?
No, he's Imsh is technically alive. It's just like I'm trying to remember. We're just gonna say you auto hit because I mean.
I'm going to interrupt here. Use my readied action. I'm going to put my body as a shield.
Shield him with my body. Okay, so this
My
pump-
body is a shield of steel.
and like Gwaine like just jumps to basically tackle Zeta in midair, I guess. So yeah, I guess the readied action procs first. So I guess this is like an athletics check by you.
What I'd say is that he has to roll to hit.
Oh,
Will's dead again.
we lost Will.
And if he can roll higher than my to hit,
Yeah.
he can like get through me and hit him.
Well, I guess it's no, because it's first you're basically attacking him, so it's an attack roll versus him with like grapple power.
See, this is why grapple needs to exist.
Yeah, well, it's just melee, so just like it's just fists, which you're proficient with by merit of being alive. So 1d20 plus 4. Okay, so that is easier. So like yeah, Zeta launches himself into the air, and Gwaine just jumps over the laughing inch and rugby tackles him down on top of the table. And that silver-haired elf girl is like, "Woo! Getting a show!"
Like, what the hell, Gwaine?
It's over. We don't need to kill him.
He's still a threat. We need to get rid of the people in here and get to the
At this point,
left wing
if he's finished
as we
his
can.
speech at all, Skovac's just going to go, "We get more money if they're alive." And
Yes,
then
but
sort
we
of
get
turns back towards the other crew member and smiles.
Yes, but if the crew flee with the ship, we get nothing. We need to get that. Was it a box? What was it?
There's a box.
It's a box, yeah.
It's a box. We need to get that box. That is the main priority here.
Can you recall from Will, please?
Oh, sorry, I'll add Will back in. Sorry, I'm just remembered that I had to do something for Nerf Sock. We never took a break. So.
You have and you have 7 minutes to do it.
That's why I'm doing it now. Okay, cool. So, yeah.
So let's leave him and go.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, I'm going to assume. Okay, Will's resetting his route. I'm assuming Derek is going to pipe up with, like, because you can see him, like, he's got his brow furrowed and, like, he's holding his hand in position as if, like, this isn't. He's like, I'm still holding this, and I can only hold it for, like, another 40 seconds. At which point, he gets back up again.
Just let's knock
And he
him
won't
out.
find it so funny.
Like, Gwaine, knock him out. And then he just calls the crowd and like, "Anyone got any rope we can borrow, Mr. Sailor Boys?"
Okay.
And then I've got off the table and I'm heading towards crew member number 2. Oh no, cabin boy. Cal the cabin boy.
Okay. Yeah. So. Cool. Yeah. So. Go add to the call. So Carol the cabin boy, like he just puts his hands out like whatever. The bartender just kind of reaches up like behind the bar and just pulls out like this length of rope that for some reason the bartender has by the bar and just tosses it out and like goes, "Do your thing, gents." They're
Just
annoying
assume
anyway.
he's like a
I chuck him
victory
a
just
5 silver.
to
Yeah, I mean,
Not-
you and Zeta can just kind of like roll over each other. I mean,
No,
yeah,
no.
if you just want to like whack Imch in the side of the head with the pommel of your sword, like you can knock him out, and yeah, easy enough. Imch just kind of like stops laughing and just falls.
Yeah,
Dead
I
for
chuck
that.
him. I chuck the barman the remainder of my silver and apologise for the trouble. Well, there you go. Sorry for the trouble, my reds. It's not too fancy.
You just killed our best customers. God.
The bartender
Oh,
is
the
like,
remaining of my silver pieces is 1 actually. So, but yeah, I chuck him a silver piece. Whatever. That's more than like 10 pints of beer.
yeah, like the bartender kind of looks and goes, he never paid for his drinks anyway. So
he
yeah,
never
so
paid
you
for his drinks anyway. Ba-ba-ba.
Does what he wants.
I referenced something without knowing.
No.
No, I attempt. If I could sing better, that would have been the Frozen soundtrack of "Cold Never Bothered Me" anyway. But I can't sing very well, so
Wow, that was strained.
I can't sing. Okay, I wish I could. It's why I will never ever play a bard character.
Yeah, you need to sing the bards. Listen to the chef. Okay, yeah. So you tie all these guys up, and secure them, and then yeah, regroup. And yeah, so the silver-haired like half-elf lady person asks, "Are we quite finished then, gentlemen?" Somebody reply. She'll kind of like stride up to whoever's not busy performing the rope.
Yeah, I'm
Good
busy.
evening.
I'm busy with the rope.
Oh.
Cabin boy. He's quite used to being tied up.
What?
Johnny, family friendly stream.
I mean, let's not go that far. Okay, yeah. So the lady like she kind of goes, "So bounty hunters, eh? How very exciting." And she kind of bends down in front of Roach and just like pulls the blade out of his center of his head, like flicks up to you, Zeta. And goes, "So what did this one do to deserve such dashing action?" And she grins. Yeah, like the lady's very striking. The same time you notice, like I assume Zeta and Gwen, like more aware at this point, both notice that like these this one like practically 7 foot tall dude is like pushed his way to the front of this crowd, which is slowly dispersing now. Like the fight is over, and this other guy who's got like a long sword strapped to his hip, like they both like come to the front of the crowd and are obviously paying a degree of attention to this conversation. And she, yeah, so she's like, "So what do you do to deserve such dashing action? Something about a box?"
At which point, I hear this conversation, and Skovac's just literally gonna kind of stop tying up this dude and like sneakily peg it out the thing and start running for the boat.
Okay. I mean, you get outside and like the thunder and rain and stuff is still going out here, and you see like crouching underneath like a bit of cover that some of the scaffolding to repair bits of it. You see like the 2 guards who were standing out there. I mean, they're.
I mean,
like,
you can let this bit go on inside for a bit if you want, or you can run from me.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm literally gonna run at these guys
like,
and just run at them.
Yeah. She hands you back your knife, Zeta, and is like, "So what did he do then?"
He has been given a bounty by the order of Her Majesty.
It's like, "Oh, royalty, eh? Aren't you not very important?" I presume you take your knife back from her.
Yeah, I'll take my knife and sort of wipe it off on Gwen. Still a little bit bitter about being tackled.
Yeah, she spins around and like hops daintily onto the chair next to him, like just kind of literally like next to Roach's body, and just kind of goes, "Seems awfully dramatic the way you took him down. I do like men with style." Sorry, I'm slightly distracted as I'm doing this. I keep having to re-add Will to the call.
I can just put it onto the main
um,
splash screen. And
Okay.
go with that if you want.
It's fine. Keep it normal overlay up. We're all right. Yeah, and she goes, So are you fine gentlemen? Where are you taking them? There's no official office in Port Crumble that I'm aware of that collects bounty. At least none that would require such a, well, one that could afford men such as yourselves.
I turn to him and say, "Do we really need to bring the bodies? So we just need the item, right?"
Item?
You guys are so subtle, by the way. So
No, I'm trying to get the
subtle.
thing back that I normally.
I'm not good at subtlety. Neither's my character.
Yeah, it's fair. There's a reason why Scoville was just like, shit, they finally announced it, I'm just gonna leg it.
Yeah, at this point, I want to basically go and get, offer Skovek support in case he runs into any trouble trying to board the lustful Lapwing.
Yeah, she kind of waves like, do make sure your friend doesn't run into any trouble, dear. I like the little ones. They're very cute.
Hello.
Hello, we've got him back.
Hello. There we go.
Fantastic. Okay,
Cool.
to catch you up quickly,
Yes, please.
your team have busied themselves tying up the guys. Imp was knocked out, and like the need for you to sustain your magic passed. I believe you're out of spells.
Yeah,
You get
he's
two or
used
three
a
here?
healing.
I think it's only 2.
Yeah. Okay. So you're out of spells then. Yeah, and now that silver-haired half-elf lady is now like kind of interrogating you about what you're doing and who this guy is and what's
Okay.
going on. And
I can pass.
Zeta was like,
Last
"We
one,
just
yeah.
did that box, right?" And she was like, "Box?" And then Zeta turned and ran out of the bar, so like going, "Huh." And then ran out after Skovak, who's going over to the ship. So yeah, we'll cut to the ship for a second. So Zeta
Cool.
runs out behind you and catches up to Skovak.
Can I have like a couple of like seconds before that?
Yeah, you can probably get everything.
So yeah, in my time, is there a convenient set of ballast or like ropes that I can swing over onto the ship on?
I mean, like it's kind of in like the equivalent of dry dock because it's being repaired. So there are like ways. It's basically in a harbor. Just instead of water below it, there's like a big net that kind of juts out from like people have gone down there and stabbed this into the bottom of the island in case people fall off.
I am very drunk, so all my rolls are awful.
If you
But-
want to try and just like climb up the scaffolding like on one side onto the deck of the ship and then hop down the other side, because they're like just like a bit that juts out of like the scaffolding. They're underneath it to stay warm. You can see like the little glow of their pipes
Cool.
in the shelter. So you could quite easily get to the other side and
the other
camp
thing
up.
is the weather affecting ranged attack rolls outside?
Nah.
Okay,
It's
cool.
it's
In that case, whatever
if
my
it was on a
maximum,
super high range, maybe. But
whatever my maximum normal range of ranged weaponry is,
Yep.
I'm finding a section of like really good, like some barrels or whatever, and I'm setting up there, and I'm going to shoot at the two guys. I'm going to
okay,
snipe
so
at
you
them.
pop up. Give me an attack roll.
Yeah. So
you have-
and let me just check what my
You have
max
advantage
range
because it's
is.
completely a surprise. Like they have no idea you're even there.
Yeah.
I'll be nice like that.
What is
obviously sneak
the
attack.
max range of my weapons anyway? It's
Light crossbow range is. I don't know if I've actually recorded the ranges.
you have. I'm shooting at the one on the right for purely arbitrary reasons.
Solid. Okay, that's a hit. So 2d6, I believe.
Well, yeah,
plus
definitely.
the
Yeah.
dex. Just in case you roll a 20, you never know.
Yep, it's always worth a try.
That's a
Oh, wait.
d26 plus 3.
Well,
that
that's
is-
a really
that is a
bad
little-
D26.
Yeah, that is terrible. Like,
I'll probably get a
no,
better
1d8 plus 1d6. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, well.
1d8 plus 1d6 plus 3.
1d8 plus 1d6.
We'll use the second
plus
d6
3.
because I'm nice like that.
Oh, well.
Oh, fine. You just reroll the entire thing. Okay.
It's one higher.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah, so, yeah, I am- Yeah, sniping at them from afar.
Yeah. Okay. So you just like hop behind a barrel, pop up.
Yeah.
This arrow shoots out, and this dude like smoking a pipe. You just see the pipe fly out, and this guy like falls over, and you
Yeah.
can just make out. Do you have dark vision? I guess you do. Like this other guy, like-
yeah, I think I have low light vision or whatever it is.
Freaking out.